so close. So, I know everybody's chomping at the bit. We're getting warm weather. It's almost boating season. Is Parrot Head done? No, but we're close. So the last couple weeks, I got the transom assemblies in. I don't know if you can't tell or not, but the bilge is pretty well ready to go. New water lines. I couldn't run them as neat as I wanted because the water inlet will only go a certain way. But let me hop down here. Now, I know it doesn't look like it's super clean and my toolbox exploded and threw up all over the back of the boat, but I just wiped it down. So we start on the inside first. New hoses. These are the old inner transom plates. Ended up getting new trim lines because I destroyed the other ones trying to get them off the old transom assemblies. I'm still waiting on this blower hose. Apparently it's on a national back order. The new macerator, new Y valve, got some new sanitation line coming. What else here? Oh, so for those of you that's got a noisy hatch motor, I sent my hatch motor and my power step motor out to a local electrical supply place, but they were pretty well trashed. They couldn't do anything with them. So I called, if you call Motion Systems, they're out of New Jersey. They're the original makers for the power hatches and things like that. Give them your part number. I was able to get, it takes the same motor for the hatch step or the foot step and the hatch motor. They're like 168 bucks a piece. They shipped them straight from the factory. So those are all taken care of. The little something to show you all on the hatch step, power step. Woo. There is an access panel. So when you take these apart, you pull this rubber pad off of the bottom. It's just basically silicone or glued in spot. You take this panel here off. There's actually a grease fitting in here on the actuator to grease it, but it gives you access to, there's 4 bolts in here. And they're just, the nuts are basically epoxy to the bottom side of the fiberglass in the floor. I would, when you put this back together, be extremely careful because it's pretty easy that you could basically just unseat one of the bolts, or the nuts I mean. But as long as it's got a couple holding it down, I mean, gravity and your feet are going to keep it down. That just keeps it from popping back up. Pretty simple to replace. Actually, I didn't think it was going to be that way. Same with the hatch actuator, you know, a couple of nuts and it pops right off. On the inlet, raw water inlet, the old ones, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of bravoitis. So you've got a Bravo equipped boat that's overheating, got a new impeller, you flushed everything, it's not getting a lot of water out of the back, still overheating bad. The inlet through the transom plate a lot of times will get corroded, and there's no good way to see it unless you pull it apart. The new transoms I got, they have a plastic lining in them. Now I don't know if that's an upgrade or they're supposed to or not. I really don't know. My old ones did not, but the elbows that came on my old ones would not directly go onto it because of that plastic piece. So I had to trim the plastic down. There's an O-ring around it, so I made it flush with the O-ring. Then there's also a gasket that goes around that O-ring that seats everything. So it should be okay. We'll find out here in about a month or so. I won't be able to get the engines in this weekend, but next weekend we plan on dropping the engines in. Trying to think of what else in here is worth looking at. Probably nothing. Like I said, it's ready to go in here. A couple of tidying ups and those bilge hoses. So now climb down, not fall. Ta-da! So the back is ready to go. Kplanes are reinstalled. New transom assemblies are installed. All the hardware is in. torque down. I mean, we're basically ready to get this thing ready to roll. Thought I'd give you all an update. Hopefully in about 2 weeks, I'll be able to drop the engines in. We'll water test it and go from there. See y'all later.